Hi guys, how are you all doing? I'm back. Let me just look through in here. I'm just trying to get into the chat now and see what's going on. Hi Eva, hi Leslie. How you doing, darling? Hope you're okay. I'm gonna do something new today, guys. Well, something new for me anyway. Have a bit of fun. Is that too close in? Do I need to come out a little bit, or is that fine? I'll just do one page at a time. It's going to be a double page. It's out of Alien Worlds, the Heavenly Inferno page. Leslie, is the sound all right and everything? Can you just give me a thumbs up or either, please? Hi, Anna, you alright, sweetheart? Thanks for coming on over. Hi, Julia. You alright, babe? Oh, have you, Eva? Do you like them? Hi, Heather. How you doing, darling? Here she is, the other half, Marie. You all right, sweetheart? How's everyone doing? Is everyone well? Hi, Julie. All right, sweetheart? I'll give it another couple more minutes and then see how. Oh, thank you. You're a sweetheart. I'm hoping that tonight's will be a bit exciting for you as well. Even we're going to use some different mediums tonight rather than just pencils. I'm going to use pencils as well, but you can use all different. You can use all different mediums on your colouring pages. What I do, Eva, is I use a scalpel like this, and I just get my book and I just run it down the centre of the book, and then I can just pull the pages out because I have quite a few copies of each book. I have like 2 copies of each book, so I use the pages. If it's just one-sided, I forget about what's on the other side because I've got another book, so I can use that side. So I can use any mediums I like. It doesn't matter if they bleed through on the other side, because when I bind my books together at the end, when it's all done, it'll all be in one. So I'm not bothered if there's bleed through on the back of my page. I used to be thinking about it, but now I want to use more mediums. You can use gesso. I don't know if you've heard of this either. It's clear gesso, and this is the one I'd use. And you can just paint it all over your page, and then you can, use wet mediums on it, and it won't bleed through to the other side. So that is something that I would use. I haven't treated these pages today though, because like I say, I'm not too minded if it goes through to the other side. "14 hours jet lag. Oh my God, Heather, where have you been, my darling?" 14 hours jet lag, that must be hard. Oh, you feeling it a bit, Leslie, as well? Well, I'm so glad you're fighting your fatigue, my darling, for me. I really do appreciate it. "14 hours jet lag, flipping heck. That must be hard. But I'm so grateful for you coming as well. I think if I was having 14 hours jet lag, I'd be fast asleep by now. Oh, also, guys, I must warn you now as well, while I'm on the live. I forgot earlier and I ordered a couple of bits and bobs from Morrison's. So Deliveroo will be bringing it shortly, or any other delivery services what are available, I must say. Hi, Brittany, you all right, sweetheart? Yeah, that Daniel Smith, the groundwater, apparently that's quite good as well for stopping alcohol markers for bleeding through as well. There's lots of different things out there you can use, but that's obviously, if you're not too bothered about things leaking through. Yeah, Maria did get some cakes actually. You can read me like a book, my love. You know what I was hunting? I was just craving Ben and Jerry's fish food ice cream. I don't know why. It was just something I was sat here thinking about after our phone call and I was prepping everything up. And I just thought I could just murder some ice cream. And then I thought, ooh, so I treated myself. Yeah, Brittany, I think everyone's different. It's what you prefer personally, isn't it? I have no problem with the gesso from the works actually, which is a street cheaper shop in the UK, and it's just a brand. You get a big tub for £5, and I've always used that. So I think everyone's different. It's it depends what your purse, how far your purse strings go, really, doesn't it? Really, because they can be very expensive, some of them. But there are lots of ones out there, for people to try to stop for, in the gessos and stuff like that. So I'll make a start anyway. So guys, I've treated myself with some birthday money and I've bought quite a lot of these magic colour acrylic liquids. So I've seen who's it? Hi Bonnie, you alright, sweetheart? And Bob, if he's there in the background watching. Question is, oh right, yeah, people are coming along with them. Yeah, so I treated myself to these. We've seen Amy use her Liquid Tex ones, the acrylic, and it just blew my mind. It reminded me back to my card making days. So I thought I'd have a go today. So I purchased quite a few of these, 24 colours in total. Let me just get my swatch card. I've been swatching today. So these are the colours I have. Oh, here's my shopping. Just give me 2 minutes, guys. I'll be right back. Hi, my darling. Yeah, how are you? I've got the dog to escape. Thank you very much. Yeah, no worries. Number 26. No worries. All right. Enjoy, yeah? Thank you, my darling. Bye-bye. Sorry about that, guys. I'm alright, gone cancer forgetting. Yeah, so this is a swatch. There's 24 colours in total, and these are the colours that I treated myself to. So yeah, the magic colour. Now, obviously, this month theme for my Kerby challenge, what I set every month, is lava or fire colours. And this is the double page from Alien Worlds. It's pages 48 and 49. And that just made me realise that I actually have that page wrong. It should be that way around. So the colours I'm planning to use today are, for the yellow, it is, I forgot which one it is now. It's the Process Yellow. So I'm using Process Yellow. Then I'm using Amiga Orange. And then I've decided, I don't know what to do. I'm thinking of using the Rust as well. So I'm going to try those three colours. And what I want to try and do is, rather than use pencil, obviously, for the colouring, I just want to do a layer of the acrylic inks. So I thought, why not have a go with you guys? I did have a bit of a play around on paper before and got proper carried away with myself. So I thought I'd give it a go. Now, what I was going to do was spray the paper. Now, I have used the gum, the masking fluid. Now, Eva, I don't know if you've seen this before, sweetheart. You can apply it by a brush. It's a liquid. And you can apply it by a brush, or, well, I don't. I use a pencil rubber, an artisan one, and I just dip it in. And you just go over any areas that you don't want your inks to go on, or if you're using watercolour or whatever you're using, if you want to save a particular area and it's going to be a bit messy, you're not too sure how, what to go into them areas, if you use the masking fluid, it saves that area, and then in a little while, when it's all dry, you can just peel it off and it saves that area. It comes out lovely and white. Yeah, you're excited about getting these. I showed Marie before. She said, I've got to get them. So what I did before is I sprayed the page before, but I decided what I'm going to do is just go over the page with some water first. So just using just clear water. I'm just going to give the page, I'm going to do the pages one by one rather than doing it as a, getting them both on there. Just bear with me. So I'm just going over with some water. I hope this turns out good. I really do. When you have a picture in your head, I want it to turn out like that. So again, guys, this is going to bleed through the paper. So obviously, if you don't want it to bleed through, make sure you gesso your page first. So that page is very, very wet, as you can see. So just want to bring it off. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the lightest colour, which is might as well just keep the page out, answer, Process Yellow. Okay, so giving it the masking fluid. Actually, all you need to do is, if you're using a brush to apply the masking fluid, just put a bit of fairy liquid on the edge of the on the paintbrush first. If you just before you start using your masking fluid, run it under water and just gently lather through some fairy liquid, and then you can just use it and it won't stick. It'll save your brush. But again, I'd still use a cheaper brush as well, just in case. But so these come with a pipette on the end, and obviously it's just a liquid, as you can see. So what I'm going to do is just get a little bit up, and then I'm just going to start by dropping droplets all over the page. And again, oh, that was a big droplet. That was more of a squirt than a droplet. bubbles. Like I said, I just want to get a bit of the yellow down first. And then what I'm going to try and do is, when I get the yellow to how I want it, I want to try and I'm going to dry it in between. Now, I do have a heat gun, but I'm worried about you guys it absolutely blasting you out if I put my heat gun on. So I've brought my disposable hairdryer in. So hopefully that will be better. Now, what I also want to do is, while these are on there, I just want to just add a little bit of a squirt to these little blobs to get it moving around the page a little bit, going in different directions to try and get it not a bit of a blob in that corner. Over here. Like I say, because the paper rumples, it will give you a it will gather in the things. So what I'm going to do is in between each colour as well, because obviously, try and pick a little bit of the colour up, so it's not going to take as long to dry. It's a lovely yellow, that, isn't it? You can go over as well. So I just want to take a little bit of that water up, and then I just want to give it. Now I'm going to use, like I say, it's a little travel hairdryer, so I'm hoping it's not going to be too loud. If it is, let me know. And I don't know how to switch the noise off, you see. I'm just going to give this page a bit of a dry. Has anyone else got the acrylic inks? Does anybody else, have you had a go at doing the acrylic inks or anything like that? So as you can see on the back, it bleeds through a lot, so okay then. So it's not, what are we saying, I catch up here. So you don't have any acrylic inks at the moment, Brittany? I didn't until today, sweetheart. And then this is just something that, you can also, you don't just use them for this, you can also use them for painting as well. So it's something I just want to get into. And Yeah, this is it's like, this is why I want to put my teeth in. This is why I wanted to get the acrylic inks, because I do like using different mediums, especially for backgrounds. It's just a lot quicker than using pencils, isn't it? And just using the water just helps it move around the page more. So, like I say, it's not properly dry, but it doesn't need to be, because all I'm going to do is keep wetting it anyway. I just didn't want them to mix as much. So this time I'm going in with the Amiga Orange. So again, I just want to put a few dabs here and there. Around the page. Now the thing is, what I don't want is for it to cover all the yellow. I want to be able to see the yellow and the oranges, and then obviously the top colour as well. So again, just gonna add a bit of spray on and just let it work in. You can always go in with some more yellow, as the last one, if I wanted to, if there's any more white spaces that I want covering up and stuff. So again, just leave that for a couple of seconds just to take place. Yeah, the acrylic paints, I've done quite a few acrylic paint backgrounds. I just usually use my acrylic paints though for just the black, really, like when I just want to do a black background. I've got lots of acrylic paints, but I don't use them, to be honest with you. I bought a set 50 thinking I really needed them, as we all do, but I've never touched them. They're still all in the little box down there. I think the most I did was when Katie did the swatching for me. And then what I'm going to do, oh God, sorry about the rattling, it's them falling off. And then what I'm going to do is, because that seems to be still, I'm going to go in with the darkest one now, which is the rust one, isn't it? Yeah, rust. And then this is like the third colour that I wanted. I hope I choose this colour right. I wasn't too sure about using this one before. I'm just trying to get some areas where there's quite a little bit of white. You want this moving a little bit, kind of thing. And then again. Now obviously when I dry this properly, these colours are going to be a little bit more muted. Like I say, this is my first time at doing this as well, so I'm just, practicing with you guys, but I just didn't fancy spending hours and hours and hours working the lava like I did on the last double page, because I just got too carried away with myself. So that page is now extremely wet. And I think I might just bring a bit more of the yellow back through. Just all seems to be gathering in certain. Oh, that seems to have brightened it up a bit too. Let's try and get. I'm quite happy with that. Let's see how it turns out when it's dry. It's probably going to take me about 45 years now to dry it. What I'll do is I'll start drying it with. Let me see where we're up to on the chat. What's that? I like it. It's a little on the wild side. A bit like me going crazy. Go for it, Ness. Hi Leslie, how are you doing in the background there, sweetheart? No, I kept forgetting about you the other night, didn't I? So I said I'd give a special shout out to Leslie. So here we go on with the hair dryer again. That's it, Leslie. You put your feet up, please, for that. And there we go, totally dry. What you can also do as well, Eva, if you've got the Kerby books, if you've got watercolour paper and a printer, just photocopy a page onto watercolour. Then you can do it that way. I've got some masking fluid there. Before I just take that off there because I wasn't really wanting it on that bit. But anyway, so yeah, that's totally dry now. I have got another brighter red, which is the Solar Scarlet, which is this one. I'm not too sure if I want to add a bit of a brighter red on. What do you think, guys? Do you think it looks all right as it is? Or should we add a bit more vibrant red on there? What I am going to do as well is, in Kerby's areas, you know, where he's put the darker colour, I'm going to use another medium, which is this, which is, I don't know if I have mentioned it before, I do use a lot of Nouveau on my pages, and this is the Nouveau Stone Drops. Now this one, I don't know if you can see there on the lid, I always put a sample on my lid, it's got sand in it, so when it dries it goes like just looks like dried concrete, you know, like with the little pit holes in it. So what I'm wanting to do is go into the areas here on, I was going to say on Dougie's then, because Dougie's just climbed on the table at the side of me. He's just been groomed yesterday, so he looks very, very cute. So he might pop his head in. Let's have a look what people think. Marie, do the other page first and see what needs the red flames maybe. Yep. There we go. There's Mr. Dougster coming to see. He wants to look. He wants to get involved in the painting. He thinks it needs a little bit of extra colour there. He's so kind, isn't he? Actually, he's just given me an idea. Get off. Where that paint was before. So there we go. Where I'd got the a bit of the masking fluid earlier, it leaked on the page. Right, Dougie, you'll have to get down, mate. You're all nice and groomed in your white. I don't want you. Say goodbye to everyone as I bang his head on the camera. Yeah, so I had a bit of the masking fluid. No, Dougie, stay there. Stay there. Where he had a bit of the masking fluid on the paper and I just took it off. It left the white and I've just used the tissue that I used to dry it up on. So you can still use that. What you could do is, let's move this one to the side because we're going to start on this page at the moment. So where that line was, I just went like that. You can use your colour up. You know, if you had another piece of paper, you wanted a little bit of something. Dougie, get down! Not everyone wants to see you. You do get dirty hands doing this as well. So if he's not got paint on his nose from picking the paper up, he will do it from... Right, so let's do this second page. So again, do what I did before, just using a paintbrush and just whack some paint down on there. Like I say, I have done all the edging, but I'm not bothered if it leaks over onto the edges, because on my section of this world, because we have 8 pages, don't we, for each world, the background is actually black acrylic. So if it leaked over and went onto here, it wouldn't really bother me, because obviously I'm using black acrylic. So again, I start with the yellow colour, just drop him all over. Oh, that's a big spurt. And just add a little bit to give it a spray. I'm going to get a clean piece of tissue. I have actually done this page before. I did a video for it, but the video, for some reason, it wouldn't load. It was a 2-hour video of me doing this, but using distress inks. I can show you the page in a minute when I've done this if you like, so you can see the difference. Just that one took me 2 hours and this one's took me what, up to now 35 minutes. But that's with me getting my shopping in as well, so it is some, you know, very quick. And to do a background, you'd get some really good things. I'm just going to try and use all the colours now rather than. Let me just put this on, obviously because the back pages are have been dried as well there. It's making it run rather than. Let's try and get a few of these edges. Is that Monique? Is that how you pronounce your name, darling? Monique Colour? Welcome from France. Ooh, that's very nice. Thank you for coming and joining. We're just using acrylic ink at the moment, hon. Just to try and use different mediums. This is a double page from Alien Worlds. Oh, heck. That doesn't matter. Like I say, I'm covering it with black acrylic when it's all dry and the very last stage. So then I'm going to use my third colour now. You can pick your paper up and do runs with it like that as well if you like, but I just want to try and move it in different ways. And then when I've done this, I'll come back in. I'm done with the yellow. I'll just give it a couple of minutes just to start taking to the actual paper. What was that? The other page for. Ah, yeah, yes, I've read that one, didn't I, darling? You love my helper, Bonnie. Our little Dougie. He's an absolute sweet. I love him today. He is a good. Although we've been having a few issues with him escaping from the house, the little monkey. And like, oh my goodness, look at all I know what we can do. Don't look. There we go. Slap that on there as well. There we go. Waste not, want not. Now, if I was a card maker, I'd have grabbed a load of blank cards and I'd have shoved it in all that to pick it up. Waste not, want not. But I put it in there and it's, oh heck, it is a back page, this one, isn't it? So, what I'm going to do is just grab another piece of that, put it under there while I dry it. So I'm just going to put the dryer again on it, guys. Where are we up to? Fearless colouring. Yana, you should have seen me before. Oh my goodness. I seen Amy do it. And it's just something I've wanted to do since, you know, myself. But I just think that's incredible. You couldn't colour that, could you? You know, get those bright colours and stuff like that. And also going over with pencil work. It just gets your background done. It just gets your lays down, doesn't it? So we've all got to take the plunge. Yeah? Everybody to take the plunge, and you don't have to, you know, go out and buy inks like I've done by any means. Use your watercolours, you know, just wet your paper like I did, and just do exactly what I've done but with watercolour. You know, obviously that dries a little bit lighter, but once it's dry, you go in with your second coat and just keep building it up that way. It's just bringing something different to your pages just to make them a little bit different. Right, dryer's going on again, guys. I hope you don't mind the sound. I'll just be as quick as I can. Talk amongst yourselves. There we go. Totally dry. So I'm actually very chuffed with how them pages came out actually. Now, I said to you before that I'd done this page before and I did it on a video. This is where what I did. Now, I did the background with the Tim Holtz Distress Inks. I just used 3 different colours and just went over. And then I was going to start the pencil work all over, but believe you me, it would have taken me absolutely hours. I didn't, Bonnie. Do you remember all that talk we was doing about it? And then I was like, yeah, I've got to check it out. I've got to check it out. And then it just totally went out of my head because by the time I'd done the live and then sorted stuff out and got in bed, it totally went out. But Marie did one of her pages. I can't remember which one it was. Was it the Beast page this month, Marie? The Volcanic Beast buddy page. I think you did Blue Lava on that, didn't you, Marie? It's absolutely fantastic. But no, I must check that out. But yeah, this is my first page. It's like I say, I did a 2-hour video just doing this bit, working on the distress ink and then started with the pencil work. And for some reason, I just lost the image, the footage, so I couldn't actually load that. So that was one page, and then obviously this is using the inks. Obviously, you can see the inks are a lot brighter. So, and they would be than the watercolours, and What then? 2 pages took me probably about 30 minutes. That's including drying time. So I'm quite happy with them. I don't know about you guys. What do you guys think? Do you think it needs any more yellow on, or maybe a bit of brighter red? I am going to go in. I was making sure it's thoroughly dry because I do want to go in with pencils for a bit now before I use. Yeah, you did use a blue lava, didn't you? No, I must check that out. Let me write myself. No, I can't. You're not going to say that I'll send myself a text, but I can't because I'm filming on my phone. I'm sure Maria will remind me or send me a picture. Do you think it needs a bit more yellow putting back in, or a bit of a brighter red, or leave it and just start working on the next section? Because this is what I was talking about before. Yeah, these are the Tonic Studios Nouveau drops. These are the stone drops. So what I'm planning on doing is trying to get a colour similar to this in pencil, and then just start working over. I'm not going to go into any detail, too much detail. I just want to go into the shaded areas, make a bit, because obviously these areas, if you see lava when it's moving, it gets the black spots on the top. So obviously I want to create that bit now. This is all the lava underneath moving, and I just want to create the darker areas. And then I will be using, like I say, I don't know if you can see that on the top of there. It raises up, and it gives all the like little pit holes. So it actually dries like stone. They are fantastic. So I want to incorporate that onto the page as well. And then I'm going to use yellows, oranges, and reds for the flames shooting out. For the centre, I'm going to use the silvers from Renaissance Colours, watercolours, and then some grey pencils to make that stand out, because that's how I did the moon on another page and did that. So these little ones will be the same. So do you think that's about? Do you want me to add any more acrylic? Yeah, the acrylic. Yeah, these are the acrylic inks. So I don't know if you'd be able to do. I don't think you'd be able to. I do use acrylic inks for like doing the back, black and stuff like that. But you can use these for actual painting as well if you just put a little bit into your paint pot, and then you can use it, darken it, lighten it, add a bit of water to make the colours lighter and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to it. I could even actually, that's just given me a jolly good idea. Let me see. So I've got this red that I was possibly wanting to use, and this colour is Solar Scarlet. I've not used this one, have I? So what I want to do is, let's use this page, and let me find a little paintbrush. Now, me and paintbrushes, as soon as I put a paintbrush in my hand starts going like this, dithering. Don't know if that does it to anyone else that happens to. So what I'm going to do is, because I've got a glass mat, I work on my glass mat, I love my glass mat. I'm just going to put a little bit of this on the glass mat. I just want to try something for now. It might work, it might not, it might look terrible. So what I want to do is, like I say, where Kerby's darker marks are, I just want to I was going to use the pencil to do this, but So basically all I'm doing is where Kerby's put his garden. I was going to what's up with my speech today? His garden. It doesn't even look like a garden, does it? I'm just basically doing squiggles and wiggles over where Kerby's done. And again, doing it this way will be a lot quicker than doing it with pencils. So hopefully it's going to be quite a quick page. And even though it's a quick page, it's still going to look good. You know, obviously, you know what I'm like, guys. I start going in and getting the shading out. I'm all about watching the shading at the moment. And obviously, as we progress with our colouring journey, we, like to try new things. And I've been really trying to concentrate on my doing more shading with my pencils, and I've noticed a big difference in how my pages have turned out and stuff like that. But again, by doing that, it can take me an extra 3 or 4 hours on a page just working the extra shading and stuff like that. But doesn't matter how long, as long as it takes a page, as long as we're enjoying what we're doing. Some people can finish a page in a couple of hours and it look absolutely fantastic. Yeah, it might take others 7 or 8 hours and just look as fantastic. It's as long as you're enjoying it. It's like my lava page for the collab. What we did, the video should be coming very shortly. We finally got the last of the page. We was waiting on one page. Unfortunately, we had to get someone else to recolour it because we was let down, so it took a little while longer. So yeah, all pages are in for the collab now, so hopefully the video should be coming to us all soon, and then we will see the video that's going to be sent off to Mr. Rosehands himself. I can't wait. Can't wait. And also this weekend I'm still trying to work on, as you know, each month on the first of every month. Obviously, to those guys who are joining in for the first time, you may not know. On the first of each month, I release a new theme along with a hashtag. This month, May had an extra bonus of colouring the Lava Beast page, which was for help me celebrate my 50th. So many people have completed that page, and they're brilliant. You can check them out on Instagram. If you go over to Instagram and put in hashtag Kerby Lava Fire, or one word, 2023, you can see all the fantastic pages people have completed so far for this month's challenge, which finishes on the 31st of May. I've still got to produce the video from last month, which is April, which was Galaxy theme. I'm just so behind on my but it will come. I promise you guys, I won't let you down. But you can always go on if you're looking for inspiration as well. You can always go on, the hashtags, or look at, previous videos that I've put up there of everyone's completed pages. They're just brilliant. Really are so good. And I just love the fact that, like with the Volcanic Beast page, so many of us already have completed that page, yet no two look the same because we all see a page different, don't we? But I know I won't be colouring lava for a long time. So what are you thinking, guys? Hi, Kelly. You all right, sweetheart? Oh, thanks, Kelly. You like it, though? I was just thinking I'm just getting carried away with myself doing all the red. These are I was going to say alcohol inks then, acrylic inks, and we just swooshed it all over the page. I think I gave a few people a bit of a what's she doing? But it's turning out all right. It's my first attempt, so as they say, things can only get better with practice, can't they? But I'm more than happy with the way it's coming out at the moment. I'm just using the red to go over now, like the Kerby's lines, to bring a bit of the darker aspect in. Just nice using a paint brush. I was going to say sweeping brush. Oh, here we go. People are outside again. I've not got my windows open tonight because it did get a bit risque the other night with people coming out the pub and arguing. It got a bit risque at one point, a bit of foul language. And by the way, I don't think the girl got her actual T-shirt back for any of those guys who actually heard what was going on. I'm just thinking, not too sure if this red's a bit bright for what I wanted there. I wanted a bit of a darker colour, but it's nice to have a bright page because the other pages I've done are, quite dark because of the colour I used on the lava rocks. And plus I can always add some darkness in if I feel it needs to. I hope this isn't too boring for you guys just watching me do this, but I just thought I wanted to bring something different, so we can start thinking outside the box. Maybe it's not for everybody, I know it's not, but sometimes it's just nice to see someone do something different, isn't it? And gives us a new idea for our books, and especially for backgrounds. Like there's loads of different Kerby pages, isn't there, where you need work on the backgrounds, and I've done it myself sometimes, use pencil all over, and there's loads of different mediums out there we can use, isn't there? A lot of people like to use the is it like the wax crayons and stuff like that, where you put them on a palette and rub them in. Obviously they don't bleed and stuff like that. But if I'd have gessoed this page first, we wouldn't have any bleed through. So obviously don't let it put you off that it's bled through on here, because like I say, I'm not really bothered because I'm now treating every Kerby page as just one page only. I'm not bothered if it bleeds through because I want to use lots of different mediums on his pages. And sometimes if we do, like I'm going to use the Nouveau drop in a minute, if you use that on a page, it becomes really difficult to you know, work on another page behind, because obviously it's got the lumps and bumps on it. So, but I bind all my books anyway. So whichever page goes onto the back of this, which is the lava worm page, when I come to do that, I can stick the 2 pages together if I, you know, bind them that way. So nobody's going to see the back of the mess anyway, because the 2 pages will be together then. Obviously it makes the pages thicker, but I know not everyone wants, you know, that's just because I'm obsessed with Kerby, and I only colour Kerby, I don't colour anyone else's books. He's my obsession. Can't wait to see his reaction when he gets the video of everyone's completed pages from. I did see he liked a couple of people paintings that they'd you know, tagged him in. I tried to catch, you know, like to find it, but it came up on one of his stories, I think. How's the chat going? Is everyone all right? And you liking it, Eva? Yeah. Yeah, you did the colour, the 2-week Kerby, didn't you, Leslie? And did you manage to complete all your pages? I've not caught up with your videos for ages. Last night I went to bed and that was my sole intention. I wasn't feeling too good. I thought my tummy bug was starting back. So I think it was just the sun, to be honest with you. I think I'd had a bit too much sun. And I was in the car most of the day as well, so. You're watching my every move, Kelly. Oh, thank you, darling. You know I aim to please you guys. And by all means, as I've said before, loads of times in the past, I'm not doing this telling anyone how to do it. I just want you guys to watch me have fun. And if you pick up tips or see something you like that I'm doing, you might think, hey, I might do that myself, you know, have a go myself. It's, you know, I just want, there's lots of different mediums out there we can use. And like I say, from when I was in my card making era, you know, we used to do all like smudgy painting like I did before, when it was, you know, when it had bled through from the back onto the glass mat. I used to just get, like, even with Tim Holtz distress inks, just put them onto the glass mat, spray water, and then just get a piece of card and just smush it in all over. Well, now I'm taking my Kerby pages out of the books. That's something I can start doing. You know, then you don't know what you're going to get because you've just got a glass screen, you know, your glass mat all full of various colours. And then you just, you know, like picking it up and smushing your page into it. So, and at the end of the day, it's backgrounds. You can put your, you know, your sticky stuff on over your main image, so that's not going to get coloured on. And just have fun. And at least you're going to create a unique page, something that you've created. And yeah, people can, you know, do the same and stuff like that, but you wouldn't even be able to recreate the page. If you like that, I need to do that exactly the same, you'd have no chance. You'd have no chance, because it's that kind of thing that I want to start. You know, I'm not always going to start doing mad stuff and stuff like that, because obviously, you know, I do want to do. some things, but this would be good for, you know, the bird's eye that I did, or that I'm doing, sorry. I would have had a few shades of brown and just done the background, and then just worked, you know, the feathers in that way. That'd look superb as well. So, like I say, just bear with me. I just want to try and work on this page as much as I can this evening. And then, what time are we on? Well, 9 o'clock, so we've been going an hour. So I want to try and get the majority of this lava done. I then, as this is drying, I want to then put some of the Nouveau drops on so you can see what it looks like with the Nouveau. Oh, that was a big drop, Nessie. Come on. Whoa, you doing? Concentrate, lass. Oh, they're so bright, these colours. They're fantastic. I'm really enjoying them. These I got off Amazon, just in case anyone's interested. They're £5 each for bottle. And they're absolutely beautiful colours. The vibrancy in them. And that's dry as well on that side, and it's not like dulling either, which obviously I know you get with watercolours, but I thought it might have still done it with acrylic. Like I've never used acrylic inks before, so it's something new to me. New to me, everything. Said we would do something. Yeah, I said that I'd try and work on the bird eye page tonight, and the other page I did start, the volcano page. I've not worked on them since, but this weekend, what am I doing this weekend? Grandchildren, I know that. Tomorrow night I'm having Brody. Overnight, it's my Friday to have Brody. And then I'm having him Saturday as well, but not overnight, because the twins are working on our Chloe's garden. She's got a huge garden. It's absolutely beautiful, and it's full of wild flowers. The lady who was there before, you, the size of the garden is unbelievable, but obviously Chloe's, got Jace, and Chloe's not a gardener. She, doesn't want flowers and hedges and all that lot, so they're pulling them all up. They've been having a good go the last few days. So Katie had asked if on Saturday I want to keep hold of Brody for the day, because obviously he's 10 months now. Oh, he's crawling as well, guys. Crawling. Woohoo. So rather than them, have to keep stopping because Brody needs attention and stuff like that, they're going to keep like Jace with them for the day, because he can help out. He's older, he's 3. And they keep finding frogs as well in the garden. Chloe's hysterical, and Katie has to move them because there used to be a pond in the garden as well. When Chloe first got the keys and we went down into this big long garden, like I say, there was a big pond. It was like 6 foot long and 4 foot deep. So obviously she got straight into the council because Jace, obviously that's not what you want when you've got a toddler around, is it? So they did come in and fill it in. But whoever had, lived there before had obviously paid a lot of money to have this garden done, and it was beautiful, but obviously it's not something Chloe wants, and the council, won't do anything about it. So they filled the pond in, but they won't get rid of all the grass and the trees. So they're doing that. They're working on that this weekend. So I get to have Brody Saturday, which I'm looking forward to because Obviously, it's supposed to be very, very warm this weekend. It's getting some weather from Africa. So the weatherman tells us. So he's better off being here with me indoors than being out in the garden, and so I can take him outside and sit outside with him on the path, in the garden. And we can take Dougie for walks. So I'm looking forward to that. And then on Sunday, I'm using the car. Kev's, said by all means on Sunday because the weather's so nice. So me and the girls are hoping to take the boys to Manchester Airport. There's an aviation place there, so Jace keeps talking about going on an aeroplane to, and stuff like that. So we're going to take him to see the aeroplanes. You can take sandwiches and, have picnics. So hopefully we'll make a day of it. So yeah, looking forward to that this weekend as well. So, and then in between, colour like mad because I've got 3 pages, 4, 5, but no, yeah, I've got 3 on the go, haven't I, already? And now these 2, but hopefully this isn't going to take me much longer. I think what I might do is do just the red on this page. I'm not going to do it on the other page because obviously everyone can see what I'm doing, and it's not exactly a task, is it? It's just, I'm glad I did it in paint though, because it had been taking me a lot longer in pencil. And obviously if I want to darken any more of these areas up, I can do that. Oh, Dougie, you frightened the bloody life out of me then. Don't harm me flipping skin. Dougie! Probably seen someone passing the window. The curtains are still open. I could even use some maybe ink tints here, like just to make some of these areas. Oh, Dougie, give over. One of the neighbours has just come in, so he's just heard the door shut. The neighbour who lives upstairs, who lives above me. And they've got a beautiful little puppy, little staffy puppy, and 12 weeks old. And Dougie, he's out. Oh, you should see him. Darla, the puppy's called, and Darla comes over to him, they're excited, to play like puppies does. Dougie thinks he's been attacked by a bloody big dog, do you know what I mean? Half. Just stands behind my legs, he's a right chicken. So think about it when he's older. So this dog's going to be like towering over him. But the puppy they've got upstairs, 12 weeks old, she walks around the estate with no lead on, doesn't try to run off, stays at the side, sits down, when she's told. She's absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I've got Dougie there and scared to take him off his lead sometimes because if the doors don't, like if he's escaped a few times when I've opened the door and he's run out, like I say, Unfortunately, he ran across 4 lanes of traffic the other day in the dual carriageway where I live. So they've got like this little tiny puppy, and it just does as it's told, sits and everything. I do that with Doug, and he looks at me and say, "You sit down. You can paw." Spoil. Lord Muck, I should call him. Never mind anything else. How's everyone doing in the chat? I'm miles away with myself talking. Let's see where I'm at the top. You don't have to be nervous trying it out, Kelly. Just go for it. I just have. This was the first time I've just done it with you guys. You know, just have to have an image in the back of your head. But, like how you kind of want it to look. And if it looks anything like that, you've done a cracking job. And it's one of these as well, isn't it? You're not going to, you can't, I can say you can't mess it up, but, like it depends how, at the end of the day, it's going to dry. You can use your heat gun and dry it and add different layers by layers and stuff like that. Just have a go, Kelly. I bet you'd be like, that is just so good, so relaxing. And I know here in the UK we're quite lucky because Kerby's books they're like, we can get them for £5 from a shop called The Works. So, like to replace them, it is relatively easily and cheap for us. So we do have that. That's why I get when a new book comes out, like the last few times, I've bought a few copies because I know that if I make a mess of a page in a book, that I won't colour it again. I just want a new book. And I thought that's a bit silly. So what I've done now is, like I said, I've got a couple of each of his books, and I'm just removing the pages as I want to colour them, and I'm treating it as a one-sided page. Every page for me is just one-sided, and then I'll put the pages back in the book where they should be. It's going to be a lot thicker than his original book because obviously the 2 pages will be stuck back to back. I'm going to have 2 pages and stuff like that, and then I can just bind it myself. I also treated myself to a new binding machine off Amazon. I know I do have a video of showing you how I bound my books using the hole punch and the spiral wires, which is fabulous. Don't know if anyone has followed that. I know Marie has, and Marie's bound her books the same way. But the one I've just got now, it's just like a big hole punch, and you can do quite a few pages at once. And it's still, if anyone wants me to do a video on it one day or show you how I'd bind a book, just let me know and I can sort that for you. Also, if any of you guys are new on here, if you've not already subscribed, would you kindly have noticed my subscription numbers have really not gone down, but they've stopped going up since I've just been doing my lives. So I don't know if it's because a lot of people don't like lives or page 8 and 9. Which one was that? Is that the pages you did, Leslie, for the collab? I'm just trying to catch up on the chat there because I'm nearly at the end. Kelly, I can understand. I can understand that you're messing it up and wanting to throw it in the trash, but you can't mess it up, Dal. Honest to gosh, honestly, believe you me, darling. If you've got, you know, I'm not saying anyone has to go out and buy things. I don't want to be one of those YouTubers where, you know, people like, oh well, you know, it looked great, and then they spend money they don't really need or they don't really have. You know, on crafting goods, I've been there, done that, wore that T-shirt, been influenced by so many people to buy stuff that I never used. But this is just something that I seen um, Amy do, Amy Hart, for her page for when she was doing 2 week with Kerby, and it's something I've wanted to do since watching that. She did the Green Man page, and it's absolutely fabulous. And seeing that, I've just got to have a go. So obviously, because it was my birthday recently, and I got some money. These are the one thing I did want to treat myself to. So, like I say, I have bought lots of products in the past. I bought myself 50 little bollocks of acrylic, little bottles of acrylic paint, and never used them. Never used them at all. But with these, I know I will use them because I can do different things rather than just paint like I'm doing now, which is just neat from the bottle. You've seen me, just put a little bit on the page there. But there's so many, I'm going to be bringing you so many different ideas that we can use these acrylic paints for. So maybe over the next few months, as I bring different things, different ideas and, different backgrounds you can make with them and different methods of applying it. You might think, oh, yeah, get a few colours, just one or two colours. Like I'd actually bought the yellow, orange, and red for doing this because I knew I wanted to use them on this page. So I actually had them on order first, and then the rest of the colours came today. So there we go, guys. What we're thinking. And then obviously you've got a little bit of colour here on the side of the mat. But I want to do that. It's not going to get wasted. But I'm not going to do that now because I don't want to. So what I'll do is I'll just mop that up for now. Well, mop that up for now. It's not as if I can put it back later, is it? I do say that after this thing's done, guys. Right, so now, like I say, that page is dry. It, dries so quickly. My hands are a bit mucky. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a clean piece of and I'm just going to go over, just wipe over the what's it called, the thingy-me-bob, just so I don't transfer. Now this might not have worked because obviously it's gone through on the back, so I'm not too sure whether the colour will be still white underneath, but let's try and remove it anyway. So this is the what do you call it, the masking fluid. So I'm just going to move the remasking fluid now off here. It's just like a rubber seal. All we do is just bring it down. And you do it slowly. Oh, that's ripping the page there. You have to be very careful when you're removing it. Let me just bring it round. what I've been advised or what I've seen. I can't do it though because they've got these daft nails on. If you pick it up and you pull it towards you like that, it will come up off the page a lot easier. See that there? And you've got less chance of it ripping your paper underneath. There we go. So again, just pull this round. It's so satisfying doing that. Oh heck. But obviously it's just like a big elastic band when it comes off, big rubber band. Just get this little bit going here. Oh come on, nails, nails, nails. I do like how they look, nails, but I've never had my nails this long in my life. But because I've had them on and now good for them, usually when I have nails on, I usually end up pulling them off or they end up falling off. But these have been absolutely brilliant. The girl who put them on, I've not been to her before, but they just feel they're so thin. And I've just got used to having them on over the last few weeks, so I'm not too sure whether I'm going to keep up with them or oh, thank you, yeah. So again, I'll just pull up the little edge here, just gently roll it onto itself. And then when I've got a bit of something I can grab hold of, so it can grab hold of, ladies, and then just pull it towards you and it'll lift up off that page and hopefully, yeah, come free, not leaving any. Now obviously it has ran, but it's gone through. That's either the way I've put it on or because it's gone through the page. So but obviously it's a lot better having it very slightly on like that rather than the full colour. And I'm not too sure as well whether you can use gesso a page. You'd have to put this on and then gesso around the outside, to stop it from bleeding. You have to do it that way as well, I think. It's very satisfying taking this off. I know that. You can get rubbers, can't you? Come away too quick. It's a lot easier as well to take off if you put it on very thick, but not too thick. The masking fluid. I put it on very lightly last time. It all came off. It's like I said, it was the first time I'd ever used it last time, and it was, amazing. But I've seen a few people use it, and it's just ripped the pages very slightly or something like that. But this time I, put a lot more on than last time, and it's just so easy to take off. So there we go. I'll just move that and put it in that cushion, in that thing there. So there we go. You can just rub your hand over it and you can feel if there's any. Obviously there's a little bit around the outside there where the masking fluid went over, but I can fill that in with pencils. So, what are we thinking, guys? Okay, or nah? Would it something that you'd like to see me do more? Use different techniques and different ways of adding it to our pages. So what I'm planning to do is I've got these. Hope it's this collection. Renaissance Colours is a let me just put that off there, it's doing my head in because it's over. Is a Etsy. You can get them on Etsy. She makes they're all handmade paints. She makes them all by hand, and you can buy them. They are quite expensive. Now these are from the dot cards. You can buy dot cards, and she sends you a little sample of each colour on a little card, and then I've just put them into my own pans and added a magnet on the bottom, and then just keep them. I have had a few of her collection, but to be honest with you, I don't know where they've gone. I think three lots of hers. I know they had the crown jewels, and I know there's another 2 sets, but I've not been able to. So you want me to do different? Yeah, everyone seems to be happy with me doing some more and saying it looks nice. Oh, thank you, Marie. You're a sweetheart. Oh, thank you, guys. Yeah, they are very expensive, aren't they, Leslie? You know what? I'll just have to show you this while I'm on now, guys. Because Marie, Marie, let me just get. I have to show them Marie because I'm so proud of you. Marie has sent me some of the ones that she's made. Look at the sparkle on that. I can't wait to have a go at using. Look at that blue. The sparkle in them. These are just in bottle tops. What she's made. But yeah, Marie's made all these herself and sent me some of the ones. Look at the glitter in that one. It's going to look superb, isn't it? I've got to sort them all out yet, and Jace opened these, very kindly opened my present for me, and that one as well. It just looks amazing. So you can actually make your own, your own paints. I've not got a clue how to do it, but Anne-Marie has, and she's done absolutely. Look at that gold. Looks absolutely sublime. But that one as well, gorgeous. But because Marie knows I absolutely love my blues, can't get enough of my blues. Blue's my favourite colour. She sent me bigger ones in the blue. Just love that one. The shimmer in them. There's one. I'm actually going to try that one in a minute. Actually, on the and I've got keep these little tins in, and I always have. You can buy the little tins off, the little tubs off Amazon with the little magnets. There's some more blues. Look at the shininess in them. So I can't wait to actually get round to swatching all them. So yeah, that was a gift what Marie sent me. Making her own things, just absolutely amazing colours. Look at my hands, are so dirty. So what I'm going to do is, for the moon and these little moons here, I'm just going to use normal watercolour paints, and then on these flames, like what are coming out from the thing, I'm going to use pencils. Now let me just find, I don't know if I've put them away. I was using pencils the other day, wasn't I? Let me think, where have I put them? Right, let me just choose a passion fruit. Because, like, obviously, I've told you guys I've put all my pencils all in colour order now, so when I go into them I can just pick out red, so onto red, orange, and the oranges and yellows are in one tub at the moment. I've still got to swatch all these and I'm like, oh my goodness. Just want to get the... Oh, look, I've even got a Karen Dash one. Ooh, wonder who sent me that one, eh, Marie? So yeah, I've got a red, an orange and a yellow. Don't know what yellow is too bright, so I'm gonna go for that one. Imagine if that shelf fell off, oh my goodness. So what I'm going to do is on the, let me just get something to lean on. So I'll just work on this flame here because obviously the other flames will be the same. Let me just do a little bit of sharpening, guys. So I'll just put a base colour down of my yellow, which in this case is a poly cadmium yellow. Just put a base layer down on there. And this is very similar to how I did the volcano flames on my other pages. Oh wait, I'll put something under that then. Hopefully I'll just be able to get it to blend into there as I work on it, you know, so it doesn't... I want it to stand out. Obviously I'll put no shadows behind them, so it looks like it's coming up off the... I think it helps as well when you've got a bit of added colour down, you know, when you've got a bit of a layer on. Yeah, they are beautiful colours, them plate paints, aren't they, guys? Yeah, the bottle tops are just a fantastic way of recycling and getting them done. It's, I suppose it shows you how much water you drink and how much healthy you are. And plus, if making your own as well, it keeps you out from all that expense, doesn't it? It's plus, you know, you've got satisfaction that you made them yourself and stuff like that. Oh, Brittany. Oh. So do you find you watching the videos helpful then, Brittany, to you? You know, like watching someone create something that way, is that easier for you? And then this one's a gold Faber, the one I'm using for my red, which is very close to that actually. Oh, that's nice to use. It's the first time I've used one of my gold Faber ones. So what I'm doing is just like I did on the background, just using the red. I've lost myself now. Here we go. Start this way, work round. Oh, there's a fly what got in this afternoon when I had the windows open. It's doing my head right in. I'm just going over areas again. Make it and then obviously what I'll do later, or when I'm almost finished, I'll bring some dark in and go underneath, you know, all around here, with a much darker colour to make it look like it's coming off the page. And then I use my lightest colour just to blend those three colours together. Go away, fly. I think there's nothing worse than, oh, if you've done that where you see it's coming in my through my hands now. Yeah, Brittany, you're amazing. You really are, sweetheart. Well done, you. So, what I'm doing is I'm just using the lightest colour just to blend them all together. And then I'm going to want to, obviously, because where I use the masking tape, you know, it is quite abrupt. So what I want to do is just try and find an orange maybe, that I can use to blend so it doesn't look so, you know, so different. Like that. And just bring that yellow back into there for starting that flame coming out. So as you really know me, I'll work and work and work to one area for ages. So I don't want to get into that because obviously we're getting a bit. I pressed something on my thing there and I lost half the chat then. There we go. You're doing brilliant, Brittany. If you can do something to help others and it's a way that helps yourself, 10 out of 10 to you, sweetheart. I think it's brilliant. Well done, you. So, like I say, what I'd do here is just like go around. I'm not going to start going into it too much now, but just bring the black just round more to just make it into more of a shadow. And then hopefully that in turn will make it look like it's bring it out further. But like I say, I'm going to mess about with that in my own time, not doing this time. Now what I want to show you is I just want to start this little bit. Got 20 minutes. Probably won't be able to get it all done and probably use the little sample up because there's not a lot in fact there's not a lot in there. So what I'm going to do is use this one of Marie's. So I'm just going to add a little bit of water to get it going. Just give it a bit of a time just to work in. You know, the juicy delight come together. Ooh. Just give that one a minute to work its way in. I just want to find another one that I really liked as well. This one. Is that the same one? I think, yeah, looks like, yeah, I liked it that much. I picked it out twice. That one, the darker blue one. Very, very slightly darker blue. What am I waiting to do? So what I want to do now is I'm just going to work all over the top. Look at the shimmer on that. Wow. Obviously I'll add a few layers on, you know, like build the colour up because I want to build it up to get it into all the crevices and that. It's absolutely beautiful. All the different glitters coming out on there. And then what I'll do is I'll use me grey pencils just like I did on the first one. I want to give this one a go as well. Oh, so that one's thinking straight. Did I put it on? Oh, there we go. That's better. That other one's more for a top one. So, I just love blues. The thingy on that. So what I want to do is just bring that out a little bit more. And then what I'll do is where the Kerby shades are, I'll go over the top of them with some grey and bring the, you know, the shading out more. Oh, that is absolutely to die for, all that colour. A little bit more water. I don't want to add too much water to the thing because I don't want to waste it when it dries. I'm a tight thing, aren't I? Oh, the shine on that is to die for. Everyone will be like that in a minute, Marie. I want some of them, I want some of them. Yeah, that's what I do. I'm just putting little bits in it because I don't want to put it on too much, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Yeah, it did need a little bit more water, didn't it? I'm trying to be sparingly. I don't want to, you know what I'm like with my blues. That is, wow, look at the shine on that. That is incredible. I just want to put some of this little dude down here. Yeah, so we've got that one on first. So then my colour my paint for sure. Then I want to find a darker one. This one. I'll put more water on that one. So don't make the same mistake. You're putting enough water on. And oh, this is a nice one as well. And this is exactly what I did with the moon on my other double page. Just let that dry for a minute. And then where Kerby's darker areas are, I'm just going to tap on with a darker blue so it gives you the mottled effect. There it is, very shiny, isn't it? So guys, that's basically my double page and how I'm going to do it. You know, like I say, I'm going to work a bit on the darker areas of it. Oh, let me just show you that quick. I'll show you in the corner so I don't smudge it. This is the Nouveau Stone Drops. So how I always work it, like I say, this has got a stand. So when you put it to one side, it drips out. So all I'm going to do is just where Kerby's put his darkest areas, I'm just going to put a very thin and just smudge it out with the chisel. You might be able to hear it scratchy actually, because it's got like sand in it, so it's not only 3D, but when it dries, it's got like, say, the little breathe holes in. It's absolutely stunning, and I just want to bring that across and just work, not everywhere where I've put the red, but just a few of the main lines and these darkest areas, so it'll just stand out that little bit further. So hopefully just bring a bit more effect to the page. So I'll just bring that up a bit further for you. So hopefully when that dries and when the moon and everything, it'll be a really standout page. So I'll try and turn the page that way. See, I don't know if you can see there that it is raised off the page. And then when I show you on my next live, which will be Tuesday now, this time 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. and then it comes off, and then when this dries, it dries like little breathe holes in it, so it looks like concrete, like I say, and it'll just be brilliant. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the live. Obviously it's getting like 10 to 10 now, so I start closing down. So I hope everyone really enjoyed it, and I hope it was interesting and kept you interested. I hope it wasn't just boring or anything like that for you. Obviously these are the kind of things I want to start bringing. I will still be doing the monthly challenges, and if anyone wants to join along, please come along, and the more the merrier. I appreciate everyone, and just like I appreciate you all coming over and watching my my lives and things like that. So yeah, Yeah, see you next time, Kelly. Yeah, so next Tuesday, same time, and then it'll be Thursday this time as well. I'm not too sure about the Wednesdays, whether I'll still be doing the Wednesdays 11:30, but we'll discuss that next week. See what you guys think. So, yeah, you're more than welcome, everyone. You don't need to say thank you for streaming because it's my pleasure. All I can say is thank you guys for coming and watching me. Coming and joining me and keeping me company for a couple of hours. I just love it. So, see you, Eve. Thanks very much for coming over, Eve. In the meantime, Eve, if you drop any messages on the videos you watch, I'll always message you back, sweetheart. So, yeah, thanks very much, Leslie, for coming, and thank you, Marie. You're my darling. You know that. So, thank you, Yana. Thank you, everybody. Wish you all good night and God bless. And hope everyone. Oh, there she is, my Julie. You're right, Julia. Yeah, thank you. You're more than welcome, Julie. I'll speak to you over the weekend as well, sweetheart. Yeah, I'll drop you a message and probably send you a video of our Brody crawling. Hey, we said it wouldn't be long, didn't we? So yeah, thanks, Julia. You're a sweetheart, and thanks to Marie, to both of you for all the support you both show me in every day. You're two beautiful friends, and thank you to everybody who's coming over and watches me, joining me regularly and everything like that. I really do appreciate you guys, and you all make me smile. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up for the video, and again, it'll be up tomorrow for other people to be able to watch and share. So, bidding you all a very good night. Happy Kerby colouring weekend. Hope everyone stays well and everything. Hope you're all happy, and let me know next week if you fancy doing a bit of acrylic pouring, jiggy, whatever we call it yourselves. So I'm going to love yous now and sign off for the night. Speak to you all soon, guys. See you soon. Bye bye.